Blessed risings, good afternoon, or good evening. Depending on where in the world you are tapping in from, you got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show, and today we will be discussing video records El Paso police officers in violent arrest. We'll be talking about this and more when we return from these brief messages on this episode of the Negro treatment.
The Negro treatment.
I didn't do anything. I did anything.
The Negro treatment.
No.
The Negro treatment. The Negro treatment.
Welcome back. This is the Keep It P podcast where we take news, situations, and everyday occurrences and we show how one could or could not be keeping it P. And today I am your host, TZ Von Savage, in the place to be Sucker MCs. Self-hug, self-love. That was a beatbox and a b-boy stance. You may have thought that was corny, but what's even more corny is when we don't step up for our children, when we let them get body slammed at school by the supposed resource officer or whoever they have put in charge who is supposed to be seeing to the well-being and safety of our children. This is an article out of El Paso Times, Daniel Barunda. See, there's a lot of signs right here that point to this not being black. First of all, violent arrest. It would have been death of black men, black arrest. Video records El Paso officers making arrest, or video records El Paso officers attempting to apprehend fleeing, resisting thug, violent offenders. It's in El Paso. Barunda's on the scene. Barunda ain't never said nothing out of turn about nothing happening to no one. Tyree Nichols. I'm not even gonna name none of them because this is not Negro trauma porn. We are here to talk about how other people are starting to receive the Negro treatment.
The Negro treatment.
I didn't do anything. I did anything.
The Negro.
Now, we're definitely not here to celebrate in other people's misery. Just simply pointing out the facts, sitting back and relaxing, having a crumpet and drinking tea. Get your popcorn and watch with me. The El Paso Police Department is reviewing a cell phone video circulating on social media showing officers in a rough, violent arrest of 3 young men. 3 humble men from humble beginnings, just humbly minding their own business, and they were violently apprehended. Now, I don't really never see the twister rule like that, where the we're gonna call the good apples violent. The good apples are violent all of a sudden, and these young men, they're promising young men, men with so much potential. How dare they have to endure such rough and violent treatment during an arrest? The video goes on to say the video starts in the middle of a struggle. A struggle? Yeah, that's when black people die. In the middle of a struggle, that's when we die. That's it. That would have been the end of the story. In the middle of the struggle, he died. He's dead. It'd have been A to Z. In the middle of the struggle, and then A, we shot. He was dead. He shot him 15 times. He let out the whole clip. He thought he seen a gun. He was no. He was reaching for my gun. The video starts in the middle of a struggle and does not show how the sidewalk confrontation began, nor explain the reason for the arrest. That doesn't matter. These young men are humble, promising young men. How dare you? We don't matter. It don't care what they did, why they were getting arrested, why there was a confrontation, why the police were even called. It doesn't matter. They're not black, and you better not accost them in such a manner. That treatment is saved for Negroes. It's only to be used and displayed in front of, within the black Negro community. Aha!
The Negro
Turn that red
treatment.
like mustard.
I didn't do anything that did
The
anything.
Negro
I bet that's
treatment.
what
No.
I bet that's
The
what was
Negro
said.
treatment.
I bet that's what was said. I bet that's what was said. It continues. At least 4 officers and 3 young men are visible in the video along with onlookers. And there's a struggle and no one's dead. So you know they are not black. I know black. The incident reportedly occurred on it was on Easter Sunday. How dare they? They disrupted these young men. They're fabulous young men. They're family men. It was on Easter. They're God-fearing young men. But never, never, none of that when it's black. The assailant. We never know if they have a religion or none of that. We never know if they believe in God, if it was on what holiday. Nope, never. No, no. It was on Easter Sunday at the Sandoval Apartments, 5353 Ridge Street on the west side. It's on the west side. The police department is aware of the video circulating on social media where officers are shown using force. The incident is under review. When is the incident under review? We stand behind our officers. We stand behind them. I haven't really fully got to look at the videos. I'm aware of it, but I'm sure with all the training that my officers have done, I trust in them, the decisions that they make, and I back them up and I stand behind them 100%. That's what happens when they're black. And then after that, the department said in a statement they're providing no details. We're not going to tell you nothing. But here we go. Here we go. So I don't have to, hey man, fair use. I got some videos and I got some images, may be harmful, not suitable, any of that. I don't want to hear none of that. You've been warned. Fair use. Censor McDentures. There you go. Bam. You see it? Here we go. Man, he all right. Ain't he alive? Ain't he alive? Here, okay, I'm gonna bust it. Here you go. Ain't he alive? Ain't he right there alive? Ain't he alive? He right there, man. He alive. He could breathe. He good. Uh-oh. Here we go. In the video, two officers wrestle in the dirt. You're wrestling in the dirt? See, when they pull out gun like that, it gets blop blop, and they don't care if it's innocent bystanders. We shoot we shoot kidnapping victims, all of that. We shoot black babies, any of that. We get our man. That's what happens when it's black. So they're wrestling with the young man in the dirt. It's two of them tangling with one of the young men. Still, the young men, just that reputation that they're so wholesome, who appears to be holding something in his hand. We can't see what it is. Boy, if you hold anything in your hand, it was a gun. You didn't see that gun in his hand? He could be holding his nuts. You didn't see that gun? That big black thing he had in his hand. He appears to be holding something in one hand as other people around shout. At one point, an officer has the man in a headlock, and the second officer punches him in the face, leaving him bloodied. Ooh, you got punched. Oh my gosh. Wow. We get punched with bullets.
Hey, hey.
Once again, we don't know if they're kidnapping suspects. We don't know if they're robbery suspects. All we know is if they was black, they'd be dead already. Oh, what's that in Cuz' hand? What you got in your hand, Cuz? Oh, man, that's just a little Negro treatment. You didn't even get the full thing. You alive. Ain't you? You're alive, boy. Stop resisting. So all you gotta do is stop resisting, right? Once again, we don't know if they're car thieves. We don't know what they done did, and they already just caping for them. Another angle. Oh, you let him go. Hold on, you let him run up and grab the arm? And you still alive? He grabbed the arm, P. He gave him some blop, 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 blops. And he grabbed the police arms, P. Man, that's it. That boy get his eyebrows arched, boy. Come on, little sweetie. Stop it. Stop it. It continues. A man goes up to the officers fighting with the teen and then is pushed up against a car by another officer. Nah, he didn't just go up. He ran up trying to do something. He grabbed the officer's arm is what he did. Ain't that resisting? Ain't that in hold on, man. Ain't you in getting involved in official police business, Pete? Couldn't you have been put down, Pete? Ain't you approaching, Pete? Hold on. When it's black people, don't y'all got one officer with his gun out ready to blast, talking about you gotta secure the area? I don't feel safe. I mean, you got people running up on you, you're wrestling, you ain't worried about your gun getting taken. Nothing. Not a nothing. A third male, who appears to be a teenager, is then pushed up against a wall before being taken to the ground by a fourth officer who kneels on him and pulls out his handgun and looks around. Ain't that what I said? Ain't that what I said? Satalo, ti estoy grabando. A woman is heard yelling off camera, meaning, let him go. I'm filming you. You see how they all got on code? Huh? You see that? What did we learn here today, boys and girls? Oh, this is a mixed bag of tricks going on here. One, we'll just start with the latest. See how they got on cold, P. Everybody running up, stealing on people. He ran up, grabbed the police arm. The woman talking about, hey, cut it out, P. I'm filming you. You better stop it right now, P. Riding for a squad. Still, once I, like I said, don't know if these are robbery suspects, kidnapping suspects. We don't know none of that. We don't know if they was out there polluting the community with drugs. We don't know none of that. But we just gonna jump to condemn the police. Where's all this energy when it's black people? I'm just pointing that out for you. That's what we learned here today, boys and girls. And don't forget, they did get a little Negro treatment though, did they? It's starting to spread. So if we get on cold, reparations will arise. But I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, scold you, and fold you about being off code. Gonna leave you with 4 words as we always do around this time. That's a little bit of love, peace. You need that chucking up deuces piece, but sometimes you need that deuce to get to that level. Blessings, be a blessing, give a blessing. Don't be afraid to receive a blessing. In Maloha, gotta go high, out the doha, for show high. Big brother, light bright, supreme, almighty, signing off.